Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be discussing Bitcoin, what's going on right now, what we're going to be seeing this week, but also I'm going to give you a prediction of what I'm expecting for Q4 2024 and see where Bitcoin could be ending in 2024. Of course, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe for the channel for more updates. We post one video every single day talking about trading, the crypto market, the stock market, and so much more. Guys, straight away, I'm going to go on Bitcoin on the weekly chart. And as you can see, Bitcoin is still pretty much fluctuating between $50,000, $60,000 for the last 3 weeks. And looks like crypto is dead. And that's probably what you heard before. You can see lots of people saying, crypto is finished, the stock market is pumping, why Bitcoin is going down. Guys, it's funny because if you have a look at the previous cycle, the same thing happened all over and over again. Bitcoin goes into cycles. We are looking at the parabolic stage coming potentially in Q4, and in general, Q3 is quite of a boring month. But of course, guys, if you know how to trade the markets, if you know when to get in, when to get out, when to short, when to long, you can make lots of money even if Bitcoin is stuck into this range. For example, in our VIP group, guys, that's what we do. We are a community of pro traders. You can see the results from my members, guys, are insane. So if you want to join a community and make this kind of results, even in a day, guys, even in one day, you need to join the VIP group, guys. Look at this. We are doing trading calls, member calls for my pro members, Bitcoin analysis, like detailed analysis, altcoin analysis to see the one that can go 10x, 20x. So if you're an investor, if you're a trader, it doesn't matter, guys. We are on one of the community with the highest winning rate, highest success rate on the web. So if you want to join, link in the description, you will not regret it. So let's go back into BTC and we can see on the weekly chart, guys, the situation is still that we are below this red line over here, which is not ideal. And what I'm expecting in the next weeks or so will be a retest around this area over here at roughly $54,000. So some people are asking me right now. I'm going to talk about, first of all, my price prediction for Q4, and then we can talk about more intraday what's going on. Okay, straight away, I'm going to go and show you the Q4 Bitcoin quarterly returns. You can see that in general, since 2013, so we had 4 Q4s being red, and then we had roughly 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Q4 being positive, right? So looking at the data, there is a 60% chance, 65% chance that Bitcoin should be positive during Q4. And also looking at the potential return, you can see 479%, 81, 58, 215, 168, 5, and 56. So looking at the number for here, I will say that Bitcoin could be surging at the minimum standard of roughly, let's say, 6% to 10% to a maximum of 479%. But if I take all of this into consideration, I would say that a number in between 50% and 100%, that could be where we're going to be at. So if you're going to take this into consideration, guys, and of course, not considering that we're going to see a pullback, because of course, if you're going to see a pullback, if you're going to see a red month, it could be even like a 20% downside. But looking at the data, at the history, I would probably say that, in my opinion, we're going to be seeing a green Q4 with a 50 to 100% return. So going back to our chart, guys, we're going to go back from here, and we can see that at the moment, Bitcoin is sitting at $59,000, $58,000, and there is a risk that we could be seeing even as low as $40,000, $44,000. That could definitely be a possibility by maybe September, October 2024. But again, if then Q4 is going to be very positive, with the average return is saying between 50 to 150%, then what we could be seeing from even $44,000, $44,000, it could be to go back maybe up to 65, 70K, to even a maximum of roughly $85,000, to even as high as here. So it's impossible to say where and how high we're going to go to, what is going to be our point of interest, because in my opinion, That's where we're going to end up to. And this I'm talking about Q4 2024, and even a little bit of Q1 2025. What I'm actually considering is having a look at these two lines over here. This was the previous top in 2017, 20, 2020, so 21, and then I just project this line over here, bring it over here. Some people will say they will do something like that. It doesn't really matter, but looking at the chart, if we're going to go as high, let's say in between January and March 2025, with this projection over here, we should be sitting around this area, which is roughly 110 to 115,000 dollars. That could be my, I would say, blow off top scenario. I don't think we're going to go higher than that, but again, I might be totally wrong. But otherwise, it could be also like another very good area for a mid-term top cycle, which is over here at roughly 85 to 90K, which it could be coming, I would say, again, as early as the end of the year 2024. This is because I'm connecting these two dots over here, bring it over here, and it brings me this level with a Fibonacci extension and so much more. But I already made a video about this. Scroll on my previous videos and you're going to see that. So I would say that it could be a possibility we're going to go down to again to 44,000, 45,000. Then I have a rebound. And some people were asking me, Andrea, what do you think we're going to go down now to, let's say, this blue line over here at $36, $37? Is the bull market over? Guys, I would like to show you, this is very important. Look at that. So if I'm going to go here and then connect all these points from here with a blue line in this area, we can see that even if you're going to go down to up to here in Q4 2024, end of December, the target for Bitcoin could be $42,000. And rest assured that if Bitcoin is going to go down to this area from here, then what could be happening from this point here to this point here? We're going to have what we call an oversold RSI. So the RSI is going to be pretty much around this area over here. So you're going to have a complete reset of the RSI, which if you actually have a look historically, look what happened when the RSI was down to these levels over here, guys. We saw a massive pump to the upside. So even if it's going to go down to, let's say, 40K, 39K, I don't know how you wanna call it, guys. I mean, I'm going to be so bullish that you can't even imagine, because then after this, what I'm expecting, I'm expecting a huge pump to the upside. That's the only thing I can see from there, because again, historically, this will happen. So if this happens, then of course that's going to be my next um, prediction. But again, are we going to go that low? I don't know. That could definitely be happening because, but looking at the data, looking at the charts, I don't think so. I think that's in the worst case scenario is going to be around $45,000, and then we should be able to go to the upside. Why? Because the Fed is going to cut interest rates, quantitative easing, and blah, blah, blah. And also it could be like another catalyst, which could be seen very, very soon, which is going to be, I'm going to show you right now from Justin Sun, Tron TRX, is saying that China could unban crypto. So what it means that they're going to pretty much allow people to own cryptocurrency, to buy cryptocurrency, and that is going to be very, very powerful, because having something like this, guys, China, I mean, look at the population of China. If they're going to start to buy Bitcoin, man, it's going to be totally crazy. So that could be like a catalyst, but of course, the biggest catalyst, in my opinion, is going to be the Fed to start quantitative easing. Now, let's go into a little bit more in details today so we can see it in the next few weeks, what's going to be happening again. Remember, guys, very important event is going to be on Friday. Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole Summit is going to talk about monetary policy. He's going to give us an idea if he's going to cut interest rates in September. Some people believe we're going to cut interest rates, some people no, but again, it's all about speculation, so nobody knows exactly what they're going to do, but eventually they will cut interest rates because inflation is falling down like a rock. So let's have a look at it over here, guys. Bitcoin is pretty much forming what we call a potential ABCD pattern, right? ABCD pattern in general, I'm going to show you from here if I can find the right tool. You can see we have A, we have B, and then we have probably C around this area over here, and then we're going to have a D pattern around this area over here. You can see that Bitcoin, in my opinion, is forming an ABCD pattern. I was saying so much in the last few weeks that we could have seen a pullback, from this area, and this is actually what's happening right now. So I've been screaming all of this, in advance for so long. And at the moment, what I can see Bitcoin potentially retracing down to this area over here. And why do I believe it's going to be a rebound from here? Because in general, what I can see when we have this kind of movement, you can see that we have first impulse down, then pullback, then retracing down to this area over here, and then another pullback to the upside. And then from there, we will have to decide, to see what's going to be happening. So right now, you can see that even if I draw a Fibonacci retracement from this area over here, we can see that BTC has a beautiful golden pocket of this Fibonacci at 54,362. So that would really make sense for BTC to go down to this area, probably, I would say, in the next few days or so, maybe before the Jerome Powell meeting on Friday at Jackson Hole. So what we could be seeing could be a drop down to this area over here. You can see, like, we're forming a bull flag in this area, and then what we could be seeing could be a nice pump to the upside like that. Of course, guys, with the VIP group, we are already prepared when to go long, when to go short. We already highlighted some levels, around these areas over here. So if you want to know more, of course, join. But what I think is going to be happening right now is this scenario over here. It's not going to be happening overnight, but I could really be expecting BTC to go to 54, then have a pump up to this area over here, again at the top of this flag, which is sitting at 67, 68,000, and then from there everything is going to be decided. Remember, September is usually not the best month for stocks and crypto in general, so what we could be seeing could be another break to the downside, even lower than that, so we can then connect these points over here. If this pattern right now with Bitcoin, it's what we call a megaform pattern, we can really understand how low we could go down from that point over there. And we could be seeing something like this. We can see from here, we could be going down, even down to this area. 45,000 by the 28th of September would make absolutely sense in my opinion. So what I could be seeing from here could be something like 1, 2, 3, then here, and then maybe last drop down to this area, and then finally the break to the upside that I could be seeing from here with BTC coming in the next month or so. And we can see, like, even from here, the chart has been like just moving sideways and has been very boring. We can also have a look, guys, a little bit of things why I am quite bullish, and is the fact that BTC at the moment is pretty much also going with this DXY dollar currency index going lower. DXY going lower in general signifies weakness in the dollar, and that's very positive for stocks and crypto. And if this is going to continue to go down like I'm expecting, so we could be seeing DXY reaching 93 to 94 when the Fed is going to cut interest rates. And of course, BTC should really go and pump very, very hard along with the stock market. The stock market, though, has been pumping regardless. Crypto, of course, has been manipulated, and they're trying to really push the price down before they're going to surge to the upside. And the next one I want to show you today, guys, the NASDAQ, talking about this one. We drew this pattern, I would say, 5 or 6 days ago, and you can see the perfection, right? Like, we just retrace up to this level over here, which we are still trying to understand. Is this on a ABC pattern? We're going to see a C down to this area and then a rebound up to this area, or is this the start of a wave one? Now we're going to have a correction down and then a pump again up to our target in between $23,000 to $24,000. So I'm expecting that at the moment, today and this week is going to be very is going to help us to understand, where we're going to go to. But I would say that Jackson Hole is going to be the most important thing, which is going to dictate are we going to continue to go higher or lower. I'll probably say, in my opinion, we could be seeing retracing down to this area over here in the Nasdaq at 17,990. Then Jerome Powell is going to be dovish at Jackson Hole. Then we're going to be see a pump up to here or something like that. I guess we have to wait and see. But right now, I'm expecting a pullback at least down to $18,200 for the Nasdaq, and of course for the S&P 500. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. But if you want to also analysis of altcoins, lots of people are asking me about analysis about altcoins, guys. We really cover a lot on our VIP group here. Every single day, 4 or 5 analyses of altcoins. So if you haven't done so, guys, join the group. It's going to really change everything about your trading journey. Guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and have a safe trade.